Hi guys, so I moved not so long ago, and when I did, I went up into my loft and cleared out everything. Amongst all the bits and pieces of rubbish up there, I found some things I'd kind of forgotten about. And they were these, some little minifigures I had when I used to play Dungeons & Dragons when I was about 12. Unfortunately, there's no orcs amongst this lot, which is a bit of a shame, because I'm sure I would have had at least one. But obviously somewhere along all the moves that I've done since I was 12, somehow he's disappeared. So I painted these little guys about 40 years ago, and I must admit, I'm pretty impressed with how well I painted them. Considering I would have been about 12, I wouldn't have had access to many paints, and well, yeah, I haven't done too bad a job. So the question is, can I take one of these, strip the paint off, and repaint it any better than when I was 12 years old, some 40 odd years ago? So, let's have a go. So, I started off by watching quite a lot of stripping videos, and whilst they were very informative, none of them really showed me how to get paint off, until I put how to strip paint off minifigures, and then there was loads of wonderful ideas. So one of them showed using isopropanol to help remove the paint. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm using that and a little Tupperware box. So the idea is you basically soak them in the isopropanol for around about 20 minutes, half hour-ish, and then get a little brush and scrub. I am eventually going to repaint all of them, so I might as well let them all soak in here for 20 minutes. So I'm using one of my kids' toothbrushes for this, and as you can see, it's seen better days, but hopefully this will do the trick and rub off all that old paint. So I quite like the look of this old warrior, so he's the guy I'm going to see if I can scrub off the paint and then have a go at repainting him any better than a 12-year-old did. So scrubbing hard, it does look like the paint is starting to come off, although this does seem like quite a slow process. So it's taken a good 30 minutes or so to get most of the paint off. And in the end, I actually started using this scourer, as this seemed to help a lot more, as well as using the fine tool to help scrape out the paint. So if you guys have got any ideas on how to get the paint off a lot easier, a lot quicker, please leave them in the comments, as I would like to have a go at painting the other ones as well. And there we go, the paint is pretty much all off and he's back to how he kind of looked before. Except I kind of noticed on his helmet, somehow I seem to have dislodged, broke or dissolved one of the little spiky bits. But oh well. So I've stuck on a bit of cork to make it easier for me to be able to paint the little fella. And yeah, I've given him obviously a grey primer as a nice base. And now we'll have a go using some paints. So I'm going to start off using some contrast paint. As we all know, I'm an expert at painting. I go straight in for this stuff. Who am I kidding? I'm no expert. As you all know, I really like making things, but when it comes to the painting side of it, it's not something I always look forward to. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm going to be able to paint this chap better than I painted him 40 years ago? Leave a comment in the description before you see the end, guys. The strange thing is, when I bought this figure some many years ago, I really thought they were highly detailed and very intricate for something that was so small. But obviously comparing these to nowadays kind of figures, these are really plain and basic looking. So he's coming along well now, and there's not too much more to do. So the reason I've dug these little minifigures out is because I want to get back into playing D&D, but it's such a shame I got rid of all my books and box sets. So basically, I went out and bought loads more new ones. Not a lot seems to have changed, but I am in the process of giving these books a good old reading, as whenever I play a game, I like to know all the facts and figures, as this helps play the game better. And one of the other big loves I had about playing this game was all the dice. As prior to playing this game, I'd never seen a 20-sided dice, a 4-sided dice, 8-sided dice, 12-sided dice, and any other combination dice there are. So I was about to go out and buy a load of dice and dice trays and bits and pieces when a company contacted me asking if I'd like some free stuff. And obviously being me, yes please. So I was sent this box by Easy Roller Dice. And inside there's lots and lots of different types of dice. So I've got a box of 6-sided dice and several other boxes of all the combination dice that I need to play D&D and other tabletop games. And this is probably my favourite set of dice, as the dice are made from stone, which is pretty awesome. So there is a link down in the description, guys, to where you can buy these Easy Roller dice, as they do have a large range of different types. And here's some metal ones that I've got. And to help make sure you don't obviously lose your dice when you're rolling them, there's a nice little dice tray here. So these come in a variety of colours for you to choose from. And they've also just started a new range where you get to mix a couple of colours in, which is pretty cool. So go check them out. But I guess the best thing about these dice trays is the fact that they've made me my very own one, which I think is pretty awesome, as obviously it's got my ugly mug on it, miniature hobbyist, and obviously one of my favourite sayings, I love nibbly knobbly bits. And it's all on an orange background, which just happens to be my favourite colour. I guess me telling them that orange was my favourite colour kind of helped the decision to make it an orange. So they are just about to start making these, so if you wanted one, you could buy one soon. Again, link in the description, guys, go and give it a click. I am now an affiliate with them, so basically this means that anything you buy, I get a few pennies from. But the good thing is it doesn't cost you any more. So, back to my little figure, which I have now finished painting. Again, my painting skills are very, well, poor. I'm not good at doing any highlights. Sometimes I go a bit over mad with the old washes, so I haven't really done much in this. And yeah, there you go. So here's a before and after picture. And well, yeah, I know which one I prefer. Yeah, you guys, let me know in the comments if you prefer the 12-year-old painted version or the 52-year-old painted version. Either way, I'm just pleased I found some minifigures that I used to play with when I was a kid, as these do bring back lots of good memories of, well, getting into Dungeons and Dragons and the whole fantasy side of things. So thanks again to Easy Roller Dice for getting into contact and sending me these free goodies, as I really do love the dice and can't wait to start using them, and even more so using them on my dice tray, which I think is just fantastic. As always, guys, a big thank you to all my patrons for helping support the channel, as without their help I'm not sure I'd be able to keep making videos. So if you want to help support the channel and see some behind the scenes stuff that doesn't get seen on YouTube, then click on the link and go and check it out. If you are new here and you like what I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to be informed of all the new videos that come out. There is also another video on the screen, guys, why not click on that to see more of what I do. Okay guys, bye for now.